flowers, tales of long forgotten gods, of lost and lonely lovers. Dance, dance, lady, dance, dance, the dance of love. Dance, dance, hula lady, dance. Oh, hula maiden, oh, hula girl, the men all love you, oh, hula girl. Gliding like the birds at sea, her hips are waves of motion, casting spells with every glance. She could hypnotize the ocean. Dance, dance, lady, dance, dance, your dance of love. Dance, dance, hula lady, dance. Oh, hula maiden, oh, hula girl, the men all love you, oh, hula girl, oh, hula girl, oh, hula girl, oh, hula girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, aloha and welcome to the 30th Annual Merry Monarch Festival and Hula Competition. We welcome you to Edith Kanakaole Stadium. Good evening. I'm Kumu Hula, and with me co-hosting Paula Akana.
Thank you so much, Kumu. It's so wonderful to be here and to think that the Merry Monarch Festival began as something to attract visitors to the islands, and now it attracts thousands of people who specifically want to see the best hula of Hawaii.
Yes, all over the world they come here, and they're coming for many. 30 years is a long time.
And I've been involved with it for quite a few years. I mean, back in 1981, when I started my commitment to this hula festival, it was a very simple beginning, and it was only 1 year at a time, and I'm just honored that I'm able to share these great moments with the people of Hawaii.
I'm honored to be here as well, and this is an extra special year for us at KITV, because this year KITV is proud to bring in the Miss Aloha Hula competition and add it to the lineup of live coverage of the Merry Monarch Festival. So tonight we'll be seeing 13 lovely ladies as they compete in the Hula Awana and Hula Kahiko for the coveted title of Miss Aloha Hula.
And that's because of you and your commitment to the Merry Monarch Festival. So we certainly appreciate you. Also, the Miss Aloha Hula tonight till 11 p.m. Also coming up on Friday, the Hula Kahiko. That's the ancient dance. And, of course, always magical and exciting for the men as well as for the women from 6 to 11:30 Friday.
That's right. That's the night where you really see a lot of chicken skin happening around. And then on Saturday night, it's the Hula Awana, the modern hula, and that will take place from 6 to 11:30 p.m. as well.
The celebration and the awards is going to be a great finale. But also tonight, following the Miss Aloha Hula competition, there will also be an awards presentation that we'll be able to enjoy with you and to share that coveted title of Miss Aloha Hula 1993.
That's right. It takes a lot of hard work and efforts for these ladies to get out here and to dance in front of not only a crowd of thousands, but tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of viewers across the state. And we'll be watching each one very carefully.
That's right. We also have a wonderful royal cart. It's a tradition here at the Merry Monarch Festival. It was set up in honor of King David Kalakaua, which is why it's called the Merry Monarch Festival. And indeed, we have a wonderful king and queen again this year.
And so we'd like to go to the royal court, and as they enter into the Edith Kanakaole Tennis Stadium, we'd like to honor those who represent the king and queen tonight.
We'll have the Pulu'ulu, Mike Smith, and Kaipo Frias will be the chanter. Our king and queen of this year's court
will be Mr. Fripo Debina and Mrs. Peronalani Kiana'aina Debina.
And we'll be right back in just a few moments, ladies and gentlemen, with more from the Merry Monarch Festival Hula for 1993.
When Koichi Taniguchi opened his small Hilo grocery in 1916, he had no idea it would become a major supermarket chain. He just believed his customers were special. And today, the 5 KTA superstores offer fresh seafood, custom needs, bakery, deli specialties, every household need with more in store. A lot has changed since 1916, but our promise of good food, variety, fair prices, and friendly service remains. At KTA, you really are someone special every day.
When we took our first Neighbor Island case 5 years ago, we came away with more than just a fair judgment for our client. We found that Neighbor Islanders were sincere, kept their appointments, returned phone calls promptly, and expected others to do likewise. It was a pleasure helping our neighbors, and we always seemed to come back with something special.
If you've been victimized in an accident, call Ian Maddock for a free consultation.
What makes Pat Morita do the first Hawaiian Bank highway?
Me?
Loan by phone?
Yes.
How about 2-for-1 credit cards?
Yes, yes.
Turnips? Ah, right. Pay any day loans?
Yes.
Or free banking services?
Yes.
2 pays? First Hawaiian Bank?
Yes.
First Hawaiian Bank's highway. No matter how you do it, it means yes, you can.
Welcome back to Hilo, Hawaii Live. I'm Kimo Kahona. We say aloha to the people of Hilo, and for that matter, for all of the Big Island, for being so hospitable to us. And this event is a sporting event. It's an event that involves endurance, timing, strength, precision. It's very, very, very special.
It's true. When you watch the halau as they're practicing and the dancers, they're intense. And it takes years of training, physical training as well as getting into the culture to get here to this night. And we have our color commentator on the sidelines to get into all this competition of sorts. Robert Kikaula, our sportscaster. Robert, what's happening?
Thank you, Paula and Kimo, and you're both right. To be a dancer, to be a member of a halau, and to be part of this Merry Monarch Festival, one has to be in great shape, one has to be much athletic. As we celebrate the Merry Monarch Festival, we must remind you that the Merry Monarch is not simply this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, but the Merry Monarch Festival is a week-long celebration of fun, celebration of being Hawaiian, celebration of the language, of the culture, and of the dance. And the lady many hold most responsible is the one in charge of this, the 30th anniversary of the Merry Monarch Festival. We say mahalo now to Auntie Dottie Thompson.
The Merry Monarch Festival began 30 years ago, and since that time, it's made a big impact on a sleepy Hilo town. And its director, since 1971, has been Dottie Thompson.
We used to sell buttons, and the Civic Auditorium only held 3,000. Well, that year, more than 3,000 bought buttons, and we were scared because people never supported us. If we sold 200 to 300 buttons, we were doing good. But this year, the people that I had selling for us went over the list, and I was scared because, hey, there's an earthquake or a fire. We were in trouble. So immediately, I went to see the boss to move down the other side. They thought I was crazy at the tennis stadium. But I said, that's the biggest place, and that's... The first year, we did not have a stage. And then the following year, we built a stage. And that's how the hula. And it just caught fire, and ever since then, we've sold out.
These days, it's awfully tough to get tickets to the Merry Monarch Festival, but it's also difficult for a halau to perform here, since there's a waiting list of halau who want to be at the Merry Monarch Festival.
The more people see it, the more people want to come. Now, you come this year, you go home and you tell 10 more people. And this is our problem. We just don't have enough seats to accommodate everybody. But this is why I say the television is so helpful to us, because I feel so bad we cannot accommodate everybody. But at least they can watch it. Sit home and relax and watch it. All they have to do is buy a program and they know what's going on. We would love to have them all together because you can't beat the feeling being right there. But with television, they are able to enjoy it at home also.
To the dancers and to the Kumu Hula, the hula is more than just a celebration of culture. It's a sacred thing, and for many of the halau that come here to the Merry Monarch, they prepare spiritually for the competition. One of them that we talked to was the Lehua Dance Company. With Kumu Hula.
Yesterday morning, the Lehua Dance Company visited the natural hot springs at Pohoiki to prepare themselves for their performance at this year's Merry Monarch Festival.
We're very fortunate this year that we are here in Puna, home of Pele, also my home, to bring my children here and hopefully future generations' children. Today we traveled, this morning we went out to Pohoiki, and at Pohoiki it was here at the beautiful bath of the combination of the salt and the fresh water, the warm water that was warmed by Pele alone from her bosom. We are allowed to come and bless ourselves. If something's negative going on and you want to release it, one would go to the ocean, to the salt water. The Hawaiians believed in the salt water and the power of the la'i, the tea leaves, to cleanse you, to purify you.
The cleansing ritual marks the end of a period of seclusion at a remote retreat in Kalapana.
We then go through in these 3 days of seclusion a period of where we fast for six hours in the evening and 6 hours in the day. And it's called a night and day fast.
Hey, everybody eating whatever one you want. It should be delicious as your any child.
The fast is broken with a meal of traditional Hawaiian foods: fish, banana, potato, and breadfruit. A portion is offered as a gift to the fire and to the patron gods of hula.
We've completed the purification process, and now it's time. We've had our fast, we've broken our fast, we've had our Hawaiian food. Now we are ready to go on, hopefully with all of us clean minds, health, and soul.
Welcome back live to Hilo, Hawaii, ladies and gentlemen, for the 30th Annual Merry Monarch Festival. It's a great time. We're looking forward to some wonderful moments of hula. And indeed, this is a special time because in order to do the hula well, you have to have rules.
That's right. The rules are very important because remember, this is not just a celebration, this is a competition. And here are the rules that we'd like to let you know as you watch the Miss Aloha Hula competition. First of all, there is an age limit. The women that are competing here are 18 to 25 years of age.
Of course, each contestant must ole onto the stage, which means speaking the language of Hawaii and chanting as they do in the Kahiko, then perform a Kahiko, and also they have to perform the modern hula accompanied by music.
Important thing here, when they do that entrance ole or that entrance chant, no microphones will be used at all. It's their voice coming from themselves that will carry it.
Also, we want you to know that there are no artificial skirts or leis being used by the dancers, and this is, of course, the discipline of this reflection on our heritage.
And also, when
and indeed, this is not that kind of event. This is the time of celebration, of competition, the vivid colors of Hawaii and our people.
as long as we're talking about the costuming, the adornments and the costumes that the dancers wear must be from the same era of the chant that they are using in tonight's competition. A very important thing. A lot of research goes into this to make sure that it's accurate.
And the whole pa'a who accompany the dancers must be dressed in the costume of a chanter.
In the Kahiko, no makeup is used except for eyeliner, face, and blush.
Oh, wow.
Very natural.
And there's a time limit. There's a time limit which is very important. 8 minutes for Kahiko and 6 minutes for the modern hula, Hula Awana.
So as you can see, it's very important. There's a lot of rules that the Kumu Hula and the dancers have to abide by tonight because they are being judged very strict on all of these guidelines.
And indeed, the judges have a great responsibility. They have spent their lifetimes involved in Hawaiian culture and hula, and they are tonight helping to perpetuate the culture as accurately as possible as they feel it as their interpretation.
And we will return with more coverage from the 30th Annual Merry Monarch Festival live in Hilo, Hawaii, just after this.
From Mamo, the golden spirit of Aloha. Just make sure it says Mamo.
Ask anyone who's driven a Ford lately. Ask them why Taurus is the best-selling car in America. Why F-Series is the best-selling truck in America. In fact, ask them why 5 of the 10 best-selling cars and trucks in America are Fords. Ask, and they'll tell you. Quality breeds success. Have you driven a Ford lately? Drive one now at Orchid Isle Auto Center, Hilo and Kona.
Since 1954, when we opened the first Long store in downtown Honolulu, people have made the difference. And today, Long's is the same. At stores throughout Hawaii, you'll find trained professionals, well-stocked shelves throughout all departments, and a can-do attitude that ensures your complete satisfaction. Long's and Hawaii, we're like old friends. Thanks for making Long's a part of your day.
From the time of the Hawaiian monarchy to the present, the Queen's Medical Center has touched many of Hawaii's families during times of need. Queen's has grown with the islands, serving the people with humility, dignity, and aloha. Our pledge is to continue the advancement of healthcare for Hawaii's people. The Queen's Medical Center, serving 6 generations of island families. The Merry Monarch Festival is brought to you by Hawaiian Airlines, the on-time airline, proud to be Hawaiian. Welcome back to the Merry Monarch Festival, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to share with you a very special Kumu Hula, one of many who make it here to the Merry Monarch Festival, May Lobenstein.
During the early years, May Ulalia Lobenstein was a regular participant at the Merry Monarch Festival. This year she returns with a new halau.
Funny, you know, there's people that said, come on, anything you want us to do, we will do. Now, this was the story that I heard. Auntie, just tell us, anything you want us to do, we would do. You know, you don't have to worry, just be there. Just put your money in there. I finally said yes, kind of reluctantly, you know. When we got accepted to go to Merrimack for this thing, then I got a little worried now. The work is going to get harder. Choreographers, you sit up nights thinking, how are you going to do this thing? They've done everything already. Now, can I come up with something new? Can I come up with something exciting?
One of the dancers in the halau is her granddaughter, Melia Lobenstein, who is also a contestant in tonight's Miss Aloha Hula competition.
I'm really showcasing her. You know, it's like even though I'm out there dancing, everything, you know, that I am as a hula dancer is because of her. And they're going to see her style. And I guess, and like how we always say, it's like, my name isn't Melia, my name is Auntie May's Mo'opuna. And I'm going to be on stage and say, oh, you know, look at Auntie May's Mo'opuna. But then, that is also a lot of pressure.
The legacy of hula continues as a new generation learns from the old. wonderful lady, May Lovenstein. Wonderful.
And one of the many Kumu Hula who have prepared their halau to perform this evening. We're moments away, and we'll be right back in just a few moments with the beginning of the Miss Aloha Hula competition for the 1993 Merry Monarch Hula Festival.
Stay tuned.
When my mother brought me to McDonald's for the first time, I remember French fries because that was her favorite.
And now there's 3 generations of us coming to McDonald's, and that's exciting. I think McDonald's has been around for 25 years because you can trust them.
In this day and age, I really look forward.
And indeed, this is the first night of competition and the first time that we have been live for the Miss Aloha Hula competition here at the Merry Monarch Festival from Hilo, Hawaii. Once again, a big mahalo to the people of Hilo for allowing us to be here. And for that matter, for all of the people of the Big Island of Hawaii. Their hospitality is so generous and caring and filled with aloha. We'd like to announce, ladies and gentlemen, that our judges, of course, who have taken the time to make the commitment to be here, are responsible for making the decisions on the ratings and the scores of each of the halau. It is not an easy job. It is a thankless job, so to speak, but indeed they are offering their decisions not just for tonight's competition, but for the perpetuation of our Hawaiian culture, language, history, and hula. Ladies and gentlemen, our first judge, it is only fitting, comes from the Big Island of Hawaii. Her mom was instrumental in their halau performing here many times in this competition. And indeed, the stadium that we now are in is named the Edith Kanakaole Stadium. Please welcome Nalani Kanakaole. Our next judge, ladies and gentlemen, is from a wonderful halau that has performed many times at the Merry Monarch Festival, and he is one of the Kumu Hula of Navai e Ha'opuna. A nice hand to welcome back to the Merry Monarch Festival as Judge Thaddeus Wilson. Our next judge is a entertainer extraordinaire and recording artist, and Kumu Hula with her own halau on Oahu, and indeed has been a part of the Bishop Museum for many years and has inspired many youth of Hawaii, including from the different high schools. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Ke Aloha Kalama. Our next judge, well, her mom took on a responsibility of getting a very, very special dictionary together. It was something that we are very fortunate to have today. It was an effort to bring the culture and the language together, and it has always been great. And she follows in her mother's footsteps at the Bishop Museum. She was in the Department of Anthropology, is now with the archives at the Bishop Museum. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Namaka Bacon. For many years, this lady's mom has served as the not only a master Kumu Hula, but a judge here at the Merry Monarch Festival, then the senior judge. And indeed, her daughter, like her, has been one to support with great love and aloha and commitment the language and the voting and the essence of this Merry Monarch Festival. We are honored to share her experience in the hula and the language with you. As judge, ladies and gentlemen, Noe Noe Zudameister Lewis. Our next gentleman hails from the island of Maui, and indeed has been playing Hawaiian music and a part of the hula all of his life. He has his own halau Hula Ukalani on the island of Maui, and is a performer today. He is our judge. He has been here before, and we welcome him. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Kalani. And this lady has been a part of the 30 years of the Merry Monarch Festival. Indeed, the first Hula Halal that won the perpetual trophy, winning 3 years in a row she was a part of. And then she came back and won the overall Kahiko winning trophy for the Wahine with Haole Hula Halal. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome as our judge, recording artist, Kumu Hula Hawaiian, Leilani Sharp Mendez. These are our judges, ladies and gentlemen, for 1993. Please welcome them. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our Miss Aloha Hula competition. Our first contestant for 1993, the Hula Kahiko, hails from Laie Oahu, from Hui Ho'olu Aloha, Stephanie Ku'ule Nihi Pali.
Stephanie's ola is Kule Ho'olu, a prayer asking for the inspiration from the gods.
Her hula mele, Makalapua, describes a journey by Queen Liliuokalani on the train called Lanakila. She'll perform a hula ku'olo, or sitting dance to portray the Queen's ride. Our very first contestant for this year's competition for Miss Aloha Hula 1993.
Stephanie exits with the mele hele no lili'u, a lei for lili'u Hawaii's last reigning monarch. Our next contestant will be performing Ino Ko'olao, and her Kumu Hula, Le Momiho, explains the meaning of this mele.
Yeah, her Kahiko speaks of Hiaka when she went to the Ko'olao, of all the trials she went through with the hard rain and the wind that was like stopping her from trying to get through, yeah. So because of all of this, all her trials, she sings this melody. So it's a real get to it, you know, because everything's blocking your way.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Hilo, Hawaii. We're just moments away from our next lovely young lady who will compete in the Kahiko. Right now, they're setting up of course, the accompaniment of the pahu drums.
That's right. We have now seen our first contestant. We have 12 more to see in the Kahiko portion of tonight's competition.
As you can see, they are preparing on the entrance with the Kumu Hula, bringing her lovely young lady competitor, and I had the privilege of speaking for a few moments with her parents, who are very proud of her performance indeed, and the fact that she is here to compete in this wonderful Miss Aloha Hula competition. And certainly it is with love that carries all of these young ladies through this competition, because it is indeed very special being the first night. It sets the pace for the entire Merry Monarch Festival Hula competition.
It definitely does, and when you talk to the women who are competing in this competition, they say there's so much pride, not only to be competing for Miss Aloha Hula, but to be representing their Kumu Hula and their halau.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome our second contestant. She comes from Palolo, Oahu, under the direction of Le Momiho, from Keali'i Ka'apuni Honua Ke'ena Hula. Welcome, Jamie Pualani Fukushima.
As we heard her Kumu dancing to Ino Ko'olao, the exploits of the goddess Hi'iaka. And here we see her Kumu Hula, Le Momiho, presenting her onto stage with a mele, with an oli as she chants her onto the stage. And Jamie so beautifully dancing Ino Ko'olau, the legend of Hi'iaka, as she encounters the heavy rains and violent winds swirling up the steep cliffs of the Ko'olau. And there we see Jamie Puolani Fukushima and her Kumu Hula Lemomiho, our second contestant of the Miss Aloha Hula competition. We will be back with much more coming up after this break.
For generations, our families have come together to prepare the little ones for the Hula Festival. This is the true spirit of Aloha. But for the children, perhaps the favorite part of our tradition is when I serve the delicious meadow gold nectar, the true taste of Hawaii.
It's a silver time, it's a silver plate, silver setting, at a silver face. Swinging by our very best friends, silver bullet song. They never end. In a silver time, good life, in a silver place. So right here now, silver memories.
The Merry Monarch Festival is brought to you by KTA Superstores, where there's always more in store for you. At KTA, you're someone special every day. And by Meadow Gold Dairy, from our family to yours. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back live to Hilo, Hawaii for this, the first telecast of the Miss Aloha Hula competition. And we share with you now a very special lady from the island of Molokai, from Moana's Hula Halau, Priscilla June Kalai Maliu.
Priscilla will be performing Po Puna Ikauahi, a chant about Pele, the fire goddess. She comes from Puna, where the day is turned into night and the lehua buds are blasted by smoke.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Molokai, Priscilla, June, Palai, Maliu.
With the exciting Ko Puna Ika Uahi, a chant in which Pele warns us to beware of the fires of Laka and to remember that Puna is the land where she comes from. And there we see the different members of the halau as they sit in their seats, and it's kind of neat to see that the halau is really an ohana. They stick together once they get here to Hilo, and they're here from the start to finish.
And they're here to enjoy every moment, and indeed it deals with a lot of discipline with the halau, but there are wonderful times of sharing and enjoying together that it makes this festival very special because it's held on the big island of Hawaii. There is no other like it, and we certainly appreciate all of you who in the past have helped this festival to come about and to survive.
Definitely. The Merry Monarch is a unique festival, and it couldn't be done any other way, any other place.
We're preparing now for our next Kahiko performance. We find a lot of pahu drums for the Kahiko, and indeed it is a stirring sound and a feeling that's carried. You know, sometimes when halau comes in for the first time, people are very nervous, but there was a wonderful presentation by a halau who's just joined us here after 30 years at the Merry Monarch Festival. It's wonderful.
Definitely. You know what I really enjoy about the Kahiko night of the competition, not only for Miss Aloha Hula, but for the group as well, is the pahu, because it really takes you back in time. You can imagine what it was like 100 years ago or 200 years ago, hearing the pahu drum and seeing the dancers.
That's right. It's the essence of our ancient, our Kahiko, our past, and the work that has gone into the making of each of these drums, you know, is well spent, and it took a lot of care and love, and that's why they're able to share now their competition and the drum sounds of our ancient culture. We are here live from Hilo, Hawaii. It's been a wonderful time. The weather has been beautiful here in Hilo town, and it's just been really special, but also on other parts of the big island of Hawaii, from Kamoela to Waikoloa to Kona Side, Laupohoehoe, Miloli'i.
Coming up next, we have our dancer from Oahu, and she will be performing Waipio o Paka'alana. And it is a melody that talks about a woman from Tahiti who is abandoned by her husband, and she finds herself alone in Waipio Valley.
The woman enters the sacred heiau of Paka'alana, and there she eats ulei berries without first offering a prayer. Because of this, she is cursed and becomes deranged.
Meanwhile, her repentant husband travels from Tahiti and finds her. Soon her illness is cured by his love and affection.
Sounds wonderful.
It does, and that's what's so beautiful, is that the story behind these mele is just, it's beautiful.
And we have all grown in this hula competition. Indeed, the way the dancers are presented these days, there has been a growth process. The Kumu Hula being involved, the
Sometimes
husband,
the family members, that's right.
One grandfather is going to present a lady too. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready with our fourth contestant, a wonderful young lady who comes from windward side of Oahu, from Na'opio o Ko'olau. Ladies and gentlemen, May Haunani Balino.
kani ka hiki olu olu mai kamak
From an ancient story of love, Me Haundani Balino.
The story of love conquering the curse of the ule berries. Till today, those berries are still potent and they are still used by fishermen today to stun and gather fish. What an exciting dance and an exciting story. Our next dancer has a very special relationship with her grandmother, who also happens to be her Kumu Hula.
I think my good friend too. In fact, I think she's more good friends than Opuna. we used to go out all over. We eat all over the place. This is not cooked enough. Let's go out there and see this kind of stuff, huh?
You know, I was brought up by Grandma and Grandpa, and so I was raised up in a very traditional household. And when I was younger, you know, I was forced to do the hula, and I was forced to do the piano, and I hated it when I was small. I asked her. I mean, we used to get into these arguments where I would cry my little head off because I didn't want to dance. I wanted to go outside and play.
And I always said to her, I said, don't fight me. You know, because young people do have their own ideas about what they want to do. And sometimes they turn around and they get a little sassy, you know, a little cocky. And I always say to her, don't fight me. I said, you're going to be the loser. Don't fight me.
Just like when I was being brought up with that certain discipline, she expects the same out of her dancers. She will push you and you'll cry. You know, you'll say, I'm never going back again. But you do because she pushes you until she finds the best dancer in you.
Welcome back live to Hilo, Hawaii, ladies and gentlemen, at the Edith Kanaka Ole Stadium, where we are here for the next 3 days, tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday night, with the hula competition. As we continue, you can see the preparation for our next Kahiko performance of the Miss Aloha Hula competition. And we have them preparing.
The people who will be accompanying this next contestant in the Miss Aloha Hula competition will include the Kumu Hula, May Lobenstein, as well as Ho'olu Stender and Kavehi Stewart.
They're just about ready to perform, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a very important part, actually, before the dance begins, to have all of these people in place and ready with the right frame of mind to begin.
That's right. They do not get judged, but they are judged on the fact that they have to be dressed for this style of chanting to accompany the dancer. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our next competitor this evening, from the island of Oahu, from Kapaa Hula o Kawanoe o Va'ahila, ladies and gentlemen, Melia Lani Kahanola Lobenstein.
There she is, accompanied by her Kumu Hula and her grandmother, May Lobenstein. Melia's Oli speaks of the first light of the morning in the uplands above Manoa Valley. And as has become a tradition with many of the presentations here, Kumu Hula is presenting her dancer to the audience. Auntie May, as we affectionately call her, is so proud of Melia here today.
Aloha ai te tuo talo koinoa. Ilolo atu o kahala o kuna. Unia o ukai ke kumaken. No la gena matui na laupa. Papahi ai kale anu e nuea.
Ladies and gentlemen, Melia Lani Kahanola Lobenstein.
Mist, the eyes are enchanted by the light dancing on the rain. A hula about the rain of Manoa, for which Melia's halau is named. And we will come back, return with more of the Miss Aloha Hula competition and the 30th annual Merry Monarch Festival.
Hawaii has a proud heritage and proud people committed to the traditions that make these islands a special place. Among them, count the men and women of Hawaiian Airlines, Hawaii's airline for more than 60 years. Hawaii is our home, our heritage, our commitment. Hawaiian Airlines is proud to be Hawaiian.
I was trapped in a shopper's nightmare, in search of the perfect gift. The harder I looked, the worse it got. The crowd, the traffic, the heat, the exhaust. It was all too much for me. My knees turned to jello, and the lights went out. When I came to, I was in the most beautiful place in the world. Cool, clean, relaxed, convenient, with parking for everyone. I finally discovered the perfect place to shop for the perfect gift. Windward Mall. Discover the difference.
The Merry Monarch Festival is brought to you by McDonald's Restaurants of Hawaii and by the law offices of Ian L. Maddock, representing Hawaii's people with offices on Oahu, Hawaii, and Maui. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Hilo, Hawaii. How about a nice hand for this wonderful celebration of hula? Here and the hospitality of the people of the Big Island of Hawaii. We share with you in the Hula Kahiko, our next contestant, the Miss Aloha Hula competition for 1993. From Pukalani, Maui. From Pukalani Hula Hale. Ladies and gentlemen, Wisa Kanani Uemura.
Wisa will be performing Aia'o Pele i Hawaii, describing a great eruption on the island of Hawaii. The goddess Pele belches this way and that, and Puna is covered by flows of lava.
Ai ala o pele hi Hawaii e a, te ha mai
The imagery and motions of the hula, so much like the flowing lava, the dancing flames, and the explosions of Pele's volcanoes. The beauty of the hula continues with the Merry Monarch Hula Festival.
So everything is okay now, huh? I'm really
Mrs. D ordered Sam. He took her ham.
Oh, hey, everybody makes a mistake once in a while. But you fix yours up. It came from here, son. You put yourself in your customer's shoes. If you were perfect, you'd have a big head. Now you know you've got a big heart. I think you're ready for these.
Perfect. That's what it takes to be your bake. Think of Hawaii. Hawaii bake.
Where there's smoke, there's chicken. Tender smoked chicken slices. Then there's melting cheddar and bacon. The new smoked chicken cheddar and bacon sandwich at Jack in the Box. Where there's smoke, there's At most places, you can get a bite to eat for under $1. Trouble is, all you get is a bite. But at Jack in the Box, 99 cents gets you a delicious country fried steak sandwich. It's more than a bite. It's a banquet.
The Merry Monarch Festival is brought to you by Coors Light. The Silver Bullet is the right beer now. And by Bank of Hawaii. Hawaii's Bank. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And how about a nice hand for the personnel who take care of this wonderful stage and of the Edith Kanakaole Stadium with great care and aloha. Our next young lady is from Honolulu, Oahu, from Lehua Dance Company. Ladies and gentlemen, Gemma Noelani Jones.
Noelani will dance to Hole Waimea, a mele about the fierce Kipu'upu'u warriors of Kamehameha the First.
The warriors trained in the harsh climate of Waimea. Violent Kipu'upu'u rains would bruise their skin, and the trees grew brittle in the cold.
Kona kauma kouno ai. Ele I mai la o kaula I ke kai e. Ke malama lama o li I haua mali e.
A stirring performance by Gemma Noelani Jones from the Lehua Dance Company. You know, there's a lot of people that have to go and support these dancers as they come through, and Robert Kikala is talking to a very important support person for Noelani.
Paula and Kima, we're sitting here, standing here now with Joanne Jones. That was your daughter. First question I got to ask is, so what do you think?
I think she's beautiful.
You were like a person on a high level of caffeine over here. You went crazy.
No, I wasn't.
How does it feel? Many months of practice, many weeks of practice. I know during the dance you told me you took her to Makapu'u to practice her chanting every day.
Every day, over the, he wanted her to be loud enough over the wave sound, and it calmed her. Mommy inspired her with some of the, more of the heart, you know. I'm going to cry. But I think it's a beautiful thing and an honor that Uncle Kalana chose my daughter to represent his halal this year.
Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Back to you, Paula and Kimo.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our next young lady hails from this town, Hilo Town, from Hula o Kahiki Laulani. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonelle Lenaala Paubao.
Her Oli o Ku'u'aina Hanau no Ia was composed by Jonelle herself. She speaks of Kauai, where she originally is from, and of Hilo, where she begins a new stage of her life.
The hula mele is Ali'i Poe, which praises the loveliness of Kauai. The seas are calm and smooth on the leeward side, where the rain clouds rest over the higher plains.
She performed Ali'ipoi, composed by William Maka'ehu, a hula performance honoring her home island of Kauai. You know, there's so much more to the Merry Monarch Festival than just what we see on this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night of hula competition. Last night, the exhibition.
Oh, this is wonderful. There are so many people in Japan now. I just came back from Japan, and there's so much of a love for hula. They're thirsty for the Hawaiian culture, the implements, and the hula. The hula is just great. The recording industry there.
That's right. This took place last night right here in the Edith Kanakaole Stadium, and it's the Japan Hula Studio, and Maria Nino has taken the hula and is teaching students there.
Isn't that wonderful?
It's beautiful.
It's kind of a real rainbow back and forth. You know, it happened in other times, too.
Definitely. It's beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue now with the Miss Aloha Hula competition, live from Hilo, Hawaii, as we welcome from the island of Oahu, from Halau Hula, Okaua Kilihune. Ladies and gentlemen, Takano Kualoha Ozaki.
We have to point out here that Takano is very special. She is from Japan, where Albuquerque has a halau there.
That's right. We're talking about Japan. There it is.
Beautiful. And now she's here competing. This performance relives the epic legends of Pele and her sister Hi'iaka and their lover Lohi'au.
Pele is suspicious of an affair between Hi'iaka and Lohi'au. In a fit of jealousy, she vents her wrath by destroying the Puna district with flows of hot lava.
lama o ta ohia u ke pake paka maho ka le ua o hina I da bela te atua ua I puna I ka olo ka po aku una pea ia e ka vaine na na ua I ka papa olo ai o ua I puna ala ia ai ei ue ai ulai ali ala ai ai ue ai ulai ali ala iuna agua agua no agua ele
Her roots are Japan. She came here to study and has earned the right to be in this competition. Takano Kualoha Ozaki.
With a mele describing the destruction of Hi'iaka's beloved ohia trees and the power of Pele's fires. And we will continue with more of the Miss Aloha Hula competition, the 30th annual Merry Monarch Festival, right after this.
For Island Attitudes at Liberty House, Sun Babies takes a traditional approach with graceful lines, lace, eyelet, and ruffles in blooms that vary by the season. Tory Richard and Cook Street, island traditions for over 35 years. Their exclusive prints are patterned to reflect the changes of the seasons. Sun Babies Moves, Tory Richard and Cook Street Aloha shirt. Fashion for your island attitude at Liberty House.
My first car didn't even have a seatbelt. Of course, it was a tank, but that's all changed. Except it seems when people talk safety, they're still talking size. Well, we thought the Saturn should behave bigger than it looked. Imagine having the option of anti-lock brakes on a car that's around $10,000. It's just that it's scary to think you'd have to spend $40,000 to feel safe.
The Merry Monarch Festival is brought to you by Hawaiian Airlines, the on-time airline, proud to be Hawaiian. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, the Royal Court of the Merry Monarch Festival, this is the 30th annual. We are honored to share this time with you, and indeed in this historic time, it's the first time that the Miss Aloha Hula competition has been broadcast live. And many people have said over the years, you know, you ought to broadcast the Miss Aloha Hula competition.
This year we've given the viewers what they want, definitely.
That's right,
to
definitely.
see the women as they compete individually for this title of Miss Aloha Hula.
And it's only because more and more of you have gotten involved or have been involved with the hula and have shared your time watching this broadcast. So indeed, we thank you on behalf of KITV4 Island Television.
It's historic to have just seen our last dancer come from Japan here and learn our culture and to be able to share it with us.
And indeed, there are many people who have to be a part of this culture and this hula in order for us to perpetuate it. And it's being done so well now all over the world. As you can see, Agnes Cope, who is from the Waianae Coast Culture and Arts Center, and she is indeed very much a part of our Hawaiian culture. And with her, Joe Camacho, who's one of the most talented singers and musicians, a very special guy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to continue. Once again, we welcome from Hilo, Hawaii, from Hula Halau, Ukaua Kani Lehua. Please welcome Kathy Kehaulani Kavaha.
This melody of a child born with reddish skin enjoyed playing with the red fishes in the pond. She married a man named Ku and became pregnant and craved to eat the eyes of sharks. While she and her husband went shark hunting, the hook got snagged on the coral below. While trying to unsnag the hook, she met an evil akua named Hina Opuhala Ko'a Ikamoana, who tricked her and made herself look like Kahilaulena and made off with her husband after throwing Vana, Ina, Limu, Hui, and many other sea vegetation which got stuck on her face. Stranded in the ocean, she was later taken inland by a shark named Kunani. She gave birth to a son who grew and mastered the sport of archery and entered a contest conducted by his father, whom he did not know. When he shot his first arrow, it grazed the ear of a deaf man, a blind man, and a bald-headed man, finally piercing a bunch of coconuts in the tree. The sound of the arrow went net. The evil Hina Akua was sitting under the tree, still pregnant, and ordered that the son and mother be roasted in the imu. When they brought them to Hina Akua, she grabbed Kahilaulena's hand and spun her, attempting to fling her into the imu. But Kahilaulena steadfastly reversed the spin and flung Hina Akua into the imu. Her stomach burst open, and all the vegetations of the sea spilled out, and she died. Now the story takes place as Kahilaulena surfaces from the ocean, pleading and crying for her husband to turn the canoe around to pick her up.
As you notice, the dancer enters on her knees as though she is still in the ocean, calling upon her husband to rescue her. And notice the adornment of mimu, or seaweed, represents the ocean where this story takes place.
Oh ke ki ho'o ka no me ka kua hine Pa'akali ma o hina ya ka hilaunen no ia e hilaunena Haule mai la o hina I loko o ka imo pāku ho'i ka opu o hina A hemo mai la he hina He puhi, he wana Na mea I ke o ke kai e A pili hou mai me ka ohana o ka hilau le nawa E ala ha e ala e a A I he He no no ka hilau le nawa
From Hilo, Hawaii, you can see her leading the stage.
Beautiful, and to see the limu there, the seaweed.
And Johnny Lamho is always creative. He always is creative in what he does.
And Kahili Laulena, a folk legend from the Puna area, he always seems to come up with these extraordinary legends that are so visual when he puts it to dance.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. For those of you who have just joined us, we're broadcasting live from Hilo, Hawaii. I'm Kimo Kahuano.
And I'm Paula Akana, and we're so happy and so pleased to include this year the Miss Aloha Hula competition in our live coverage of the Merry Monarch Festival.
Yes, we've always been able to present some of the wonderful moments, but this is really nice. We'd like to remind you about our schedule. This evening, of course, the hula competition and the awards presentation till 11. And coming up tomorrow night, Friday night, Hula Kahiko, the ancient hula. Always magnetic and exciting and filled with special vibrations.
That's right. And on Saturday night, we'll have the Hula Awana as well.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, from the windward side of Oahu, from Puka'i, Ikapuokalani, Hula Halau, please welcome Kanoelani Kaneai Akla.
Kanoelani will be presenting Kaulilo Iki Anu Rai Ale Ale, a treasured drum dance, and it is one of the most ancient and traditional still performed today.
The melody speaks of a proud chiefess of Kauai. Her icy remoteness is compared to Mount Waialeale, cold and surrounded by a tangled barrier of forest. Only the sweet fragrance of Mokihana reveals her inner beauty, her true self. Mea Kala.
With Haulilua Iki Anu Wai Ale Ale, a mele that speaks of Kauai. And notice she was wearing, her lei was mokihana, which is a berry from Kauai, very rare. We will have more of the Miss Aloha Hula competition and the Merry Monarch Festival.
Mai punai kapali po haku.
Hawaii has a proud heritage and proud people committed to the traditions that make these islands a special place. Among them, count the men and women of Hawaiian Airlines, Hawaii's airline for more than 60 years. Hawaii is our home, our heritage, our commitment. Hawaiian Airlines is proud to be Hawaiian.
To ensure the best possible recovery as the result of an auto accident requires prompt professional attention. Dr. Kurt Halverson of Hilo Accident and Industrial Injury Clinic utilizes a combination of chiropractic, radiologic, orthopedic, neurologic, and rehabilitative consultation, evaluation, and treatment to ensure your best possible recovery. Dr. Kurt Halverson orchestrates comprehensive care.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Hilo, Hawaii, where we share with you the 1993 Miss Aloha Hula competition for the Merry Monarch Festival and Hula competition. We welcome our next young lady from the windward side of Oahu, from Halauhula, Kamuela. Ladies and gentlemen, Dana Kehaulani Chu.
Here we see her Kumu Hula, Palakalena Alamatos, and Edward Kuneva Mok. Dana will be performing He Inoale no Kamo'i Wahine Kapi'olani, which honors Queen Kapi'olani. And in this mele, we find symbols of Kapi'olani's chiefly status, the low arching rainbow, the misty rains, and the red colors of dawn.
hakui Ae kahiko ia no ia nei No tua ka iu o talono Igua makaina Ue iha ingo koke are Wakakua ela i makanui Ika ia kala Ipuka mai ai Ka enak hana naga ua Ika o iko bua ita mati Haina ke ali ino nakale O te iulani Ka iu o tamo o tu Kua kau lengan Iokean kuenu Ipio ihuna Aheo ika mea uwani iti Ahe aveu ka ika makau keau Ahe lipia liki mega uo Meka puno hula ika marie Ke ali amaila e kang ue anu E ke ala ko iula ko ia viare Ulumahi e ika uanoe Ika e usai Ulani hakuri Ae kahiko ia no ia nei No te pua ka iu o talo ono Ai tutu pua makaikina Iue ihara imoku o keave Wakau aela i makanui Ika ia nara Ibu kamai hai Ka enaka hana naga ua Ka oli ko pua ita masi Haina ke ali ino nakale O ka tiulani Ka iu o tamo o tu E ala Ai ala e ala ai Ai, ei no kuolema. Oie, oida, oie, kaue, tau tale, ua, o kulamana. No nai ke ala o ke kupua e ke aloha no hopono i te o ie o ila o ie ta o ue i tau tale ua o kulamana o nai ke ala o te kupua e ke aloha no hopono i te niu
Ladies and gentlemen, Dana Kehaulani Chu.
With a hula for Queen Kapi'olani, who sat on the throne with her husband David Kalakaua, the Merry Monarch.
Well, we have one more performance in the Miss Aloha Hula competition for Kahiko, and then that'll be the halfway point. As you can see, we have many people here in Hilo. Manu Boyd.
Manu Boyd, right, from Ho'okina. And also very... he's a treasure for the language and for the culture and
songwriter.
And then we have
these two guys sing falsetto up with the Angels.
Definitely.
And we were very honored to Cleo Beck, and of course we also have with him wonderful Lanakila, and we have more of the hula girls who's kind of figuring out some of those hula movements. You know, it's interesting to see. That gentleman was Agnes Cook's son.
Kamaki Kanahele from the Office of Hawaiian Affairs. And there we see Uncle George Noopi.
The treasure himself.
Definitely.
Who's here. And a lot of people don't recognize that he, in his understanding of the Hawaiian culture and of classical music and of many other things, having studied and gone to school on the mainland and returning to Hawaii, is such a great guy. Of course, we also just saw Dick Schaller, who's the general manager of KITV4 Island Television, your boss.
That's right, my boss, and wonderful man who had us put together this Miss Aloha Hula.
Yeah, Bev Muraoka from Kauai. And we also have people who are here because they were interested in Hawaiian hula.
That's right, and there's definitely people from all around the world. And coming up at intermission time, Robert will be talking to a Kumu Hula from Mexico, of all places.
Muy bien, muy bien.
Muy bien. So hula is international.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for our 1993 final performance for the hula portion of the Miss Aloha Hula competition, we share with you from the windward side of Oahu, from Keolalaulani, Halau o Lapa o Laka. Please welcome Carissa Ka'ala-Hi.
In commemoration of the centennial of the overthrow of the monarchy, Ka'ala honors Lili'uokalani for her courageous efforts to maintain the Hawaiian nation. Ka mele pu'uwai kila o Lili'u speaks of the strong heart of the Hawaiian people.
Carissa
first half of the Miss Aloha Hula competition ends with a tribute to Hawaii's last queen. And there's much more ahead. We'll return with an intermission show on this Miss Aloha Hula right after this.
Where there's smoke, there's chicken. Tender smoked chicken slices. Then there's melting cheddar and bacon. The new smoked chicken cheddar and bacon sandwich at Jack in the Box. Where there's smoke, there's At most places, you can get a bite to eat for under $1. Trouble is, all you get is a bite. But at Jack in the Box, 99 cents gets you a delicious country fried steak sandwich. It's more than a bite. It's a banquet.
I never expected them to make an impossible closing date.
Out of town and out of cash. Why don't we do it this way? Let me check it out. Who would have thought that someone in the teacher could help me in New York?
She delivered the papers to me on her lunch hour.
You don't bank with someone for 30 years unless they treat you right.
No problem.
Right away.
We'll take care of it. At American Savings Bank, you can't expect more.
The Merry Monarch Festival is brought to you by Jack in the Box Restaurants and by Windward Mall. Discover the difference. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Hilo, Hawaii. As you can see, the ambiance is very clear. People are now taking in the intermission, stretching their legs. I mean, this is quite a commitment. Quite a commitment that we have. And Dottie has reminded us that we just have a brief intermission.
10 minutes.
And we'll continue with the second half of the program.
It has been exciting, this first half. Kahiko is always exciting.
Yes, yes, definitely.
To see the innovations and just to see...
And who will get marked on it? I mean, who's going to get, who's going to be okay for the Kahiko? Because there are certain rules, of course, in the Hula Kahiko from this time, the time of King Kalakaua. So the girls' performances have to fall within that line, within the poetry, as well as their performance and their charisma. That's just part of it. So. And
also being judged is their costumes, their adornment. And how well they fit the time of the chant and the melody that they're doing.
Yes, and how you have scored it could depend on your understanding of the language, the poetry, the hula movements. But, everybody has their favorites. And certainly the beauty of Miss Aloha Hula is more than just what she looks like in her face and her body. It is that which comes from within, and the understanding of the poetry and the Hawaiian language, too.
One thing that you did mention is the Hawaiian language, and that's very important because they are being judged on the Hawaiian language and the correct pronunciation and the correct usage of it, and there is a Hawaiian language award.
That's right.
That's given, so it's very important. That oli, or the chant that they do going on stage, is a very important part.
As a matter of fact, that's going to be following the Hawaiian language. You can see Dottie Thompson, our director of this wonderful event for many, many years. What a commitment from Dottie. Year after year after year.
An important part of the industry of hula are the people who make the implements. And we talked to Mike Kopp from the Hula Supply, a very important business that helps provide hula implements to Hawaii's dancers and Hawaii's halau. The Hula Supply Center on Oahu works throughout the year making hula implements.
We're instrument manufacturers, so we make the uli for the people who, do decide to use it for the Merry Monarch. We sell the pu'ili, the ipu, those three basic items that they need for hula.
And while the Hula Supply Center is busy throughout the year, it's the Merry Monarch season itself that really gives a boost to this important business.
Prior to, not so much. It's after the Merry Monarch, Roland, when the teachers from California, teachers from the Midwest, possibly even the East Coast, Japan, and Mexico, then after the Merry Monarch, they come here. And then they want to take back orders for their studios and for themselves.
In a business that was started by his father, Mike Kopp says he appreciates the opportunity to be part of the Hawaiian culture.
You can't separate hula from the Hawaiian culture. You know that. Because they're so integrated. You can't have Hawaii
without hula. So I think even if we didn't get, you know, whatever business, yeah, because, like I said, the culture keeps going.
And here we are enjoying wonderful music. It's part of Intermission and the people there.
Oh, we have people from all over, and of course discussing their interpretation of the hula and who they feel might be the favorite after the Kahiko. You see Ainsley Halemanu, and of course our people who take care of this place, the Edith Kanakaole Stadium. The dancers, of course, their footwork very important, so they're cleaning up the stage. Ainsley has been with this for a long, long time, from the days when he was a part of Kahiko Fernandez and his musical Serenaders, and you can see some of the other noted performers like Violet Lilikoy on bass coming up and steel guitar.
This has become a tradition, too, to have this wonderful entertainment both now and throughout the Merry Monarch Festival when there's a break to hear these wonderful performers.
And we have to say aloha to the people of Honoka'a because, you know, the Merry Monarch Festival is something that's very positive, and we want it to be very positive for the Big Island, but it's also something that we share this time now to say aloha to the Big Island, to Honoka'a.
You know, a wonderful part of the Merry Monarch Festival is that the Kumu Hula that we see today were once dancers of the past, and they've grown up and are now part of the Merry Monarch. And here's one right now, Kumu Hula Lemomiho.
Well, it wasn't as competitive as it is now, you know. And the ones that were competing at the time were like, they were the greats of that time, like Louise Kaleki, Aloha's mom, Johnny Lamho, and then there was us.
Lemomiho competed as a dancer for Na Kumu Hula Vicky E.E. Rodriguez and Pauline Kekahuna. They won 3 years in a row.
She was my kumu. She's like my mother, you know, she was always there. It's her hula that I try to keep going, to perpetuate and carry on. Hula is based on love. So for us to enjoy our hula, we need to love what we're doing and try to share that love through our hula. So I always stress to the kids, the students, our harmony, that when we go to Merry Monarch, we're not there to compete, we're there to share. I think it's every hula dancer's dream to at least have once been a part of Merry Monarch. You know, I think that becomes the highlight of their hula life, to say, I performed and shared at Merry Monarch.
So wonderful, Lemomiho Kumu Hula, and as she talks about her experiences with the Merry Monarch Hula Festival, and we will continue with the Miss Aloha Hula Festival. Don't go away, there's much more ahead.
Triathlete Marianne Gladys is considered one of the jewels of the Pacific. And when Marianne wants the great taste and nutrition of milk, one name shines above all others, Viva 2%. If you've got a taste for life, you're gonna win with Viva. Carlos Briceno has a reputation for making hard shots. And when Carlos wants milk, he goes for the one that keeps him in fighting form, Viva 2%. If you've got a taste for life, you're gonna win with Viva.
It's McCaps Mania at McDonald's. Right now, every breakfast, lunch, and dinner extra value meal comes with a free Mickey D's milk cap. Collect them, trade them with your friends, or just play with them. We have 50 different designs, a different one at each store, plus 4 weekly designs. See if you can collect the entire set. But hey, you better hurry, because these McCaps won't be around for long. Buy any extra value meal and get a free McCap. What you want is what you get at your Hawaii McDonald's today.
I was born in Pauhau, at the other end of the island. And we moved here when I was about 5, 6 years old. I worked for the plantation for 30-something years, anyway. And then I retired, about 3, 4 years ago. And I come to find out that I'm not satisfied being retired. You know? So I started to work as a taxi driver. You see, when I had an accident, this guy came along, sideswiped me, and hit my cab and my arm at the same time. Well, at the beginning it was painful because I had to get my arm on a sling. And, well, you cannot sleep the way you want. I didn't have to go to no court. Ian fixed up everything. Unbelievable that the way they did it, so fast. Well, next thing I know, I got myself.
If you're injured in an accident, call the law offices of Ian Maddock.
Welcome back live, ladies and gentlemen, from Hilo, Hawaii. We say aloha to you on this, the Miss Aloha Hula competition night, and aloha to each and every one of you who have taken the time to be here. You're going to enjoy it. We have Hawaiian music in the background. It's wonderful.
It's wonderful. The place is rocking. Of course, everybody is just so excited here. The first half has been the Kahiko, and it has been exciting, and the Awana will probably be just as beautiful. Definitely.
Oh, definitely. Wonderful. You can just see all of these young ladies. And, you know, I don't know who the winner is going to be. I mean, I don't think we have one girl who has
really
all the
tough.
points.
Definitely.
But let's take a look at the rules right now to share them with you so that you understand. First of all, there's an age limit, 18 to 25 years of age. I remember that well.
Each contestant must only onto the stage when they perform the Hula Kahiko, as we saw earlier, and now each contestant will perform the Hula Awana, or the modern dance.
There'll be no microphones for the entrance oloi, as you have experienced or seen in the Kahiko. No artificial skirts or leis, and no solid black costumes. It's a sign of mourning, and it's not applicable to this competition.
Because this is, in fact, a celebration of the hula and a celebration of the culture. Costumes and adornments must be from the same era, and we have seen that during the Hula Kahiko, and there are time limits that are very important for the performances that these girls are doing.
That's right. And the time limits, of course, for the Kahiko is 8 minutes and 6 minutes for the Hula Awana. So we're just moving right along. I mean, it's going very, very well-paced. I think it's a great competition. And the first one that's live on television, so it's good.
It's wonderful to have it here and to bring it into the homes of Hawaii to see. And we will return with the Miss Aloha Hula, the Hula Awana, the modern hula competition, right after this.
You don't have to face savage healthcare costs empty-handed if you're an HMSA member, because HMSA is helping to keep healthcare costs at bay by covering outpatient services so you don't have to go to the hospital to get benefits, working with more than 3,000 providers to reduce costs, and double-checking every claim for accuracy, all of which make unruly healthcare costs a little more manageable.
Gosh, I just love boats.
Out in the water, wind in my hair. The two of us on a second honeymoon.
Yeah, the two of us living it up. We got plenty of equity in the house.
It sure would help with our taxes.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
With a Banco home equity credit line, you get money to go for most any dream you've got.
Great minds think alike.
It's so romantic, Harry.
It's great to be your dream bank. Bank of Hawaii. Hawaii's bank.
Stadium, Hilo, Hawaii, and here we are, and all the people, of course, are standing to stretch out their legs because it really takes a lot of commitment. People want to be here, but in order to be here, it takes commitment to
It does. They've
be a part
been
of
sitting
this.
here for 2, maybe up to 3 hours, depending on how early they came here. So now it's that time to stretch because they're going to be sitting down for a while longer till we find out who will become the Miss Aloha Hula for this year. Here we see Kumu Hula Makuana de Silva.
Yes. Halau Mohala Ilima, year after year after year, she's here. Great commitment from her Halau.
And that has been a commitment of both herself and her husband, Kihei de Silva, to keep on with the Hawaiian culture and with the hula and to pass it on to all of the dancers in their halau.
And we got to say aloha to all of the support group, too. You know, the parents of the many students. Now we have some lovely girls. Perhaps they're not competing, but you know that they may have a wonderful interest either in hula or perhaps one of those guys who are going to be dancing tonight.
Well, we won't
not
see too
tonight.
many men
Excuse me.
tonight, but
Not
tomorrow
tonight.
night,
Excuse me.
definitely.
Erase that. Tomorrow night for the Hula Kahiko.
There's our royal court. They preside over the 3 nights of the hula competition.
Yes, the king and queen of the royal court. And we certainly appreciate them, that's for sure. We're going to be starting in just a few moments. It's wonderful to have. This is the first year we've had music, too.
This is, and it's nice. It's nice. I think it's going to be tough getting the people to sit back in their chairs for a while because the music is so good. You just want to get up and go around and talk to everybody. As you can see, everybody's just going around and chatting with friends.
They're all talking about their favorites, but have you picked your favorites? I mean, do you know who is going to win? You have an idea, ladies and gentlemen, by their Kahiko performance. Remember, it's the combined point total from the Kahiko and the Awana. So neither one will get you the title of Miss Aloha Hula.
That's right. You have to remember the Hawaiian language and the emphasis on the correctness in it, the emphasis on the costumes, the emphasis on the dance in the Kahiko and in the Awana. So there's a total dancer that we're looking for here that represents what Miss Aloha Hula should be.
And a little bit of the history, ladies and gentlemen. The history is that, of course, we have had Keola Laulane Halau Olapo Olaka with some wonderful winners in the past. Now, who's going to win this year? Will it be that Halau, defending champion, as Johnny did so many years in a row, or will we find a new Halau?
That's right. There are quite a few new Halau that have come into the Merry Monarch this year, and so it's really up in the air, and we will have to see. You never know until that name is announced who will be Miss Aloha Hula or who will be the winning Halau.
And speaking of announcement, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like you to take your seats now so that we can continue with our hula competition for the Miss Aloha Hula 1993 will be announced after the 13 performances coming up in just a few moments.
And coming up right after this quick break, we will return with the Miss Aloha Hula competition in the 30th annual Merry Monarch Festival.
Hawaii has a proud heritage and proud people committed to the traditions that make these islands a special place. Among them, count the men and women of Hawaiian Airlines, Hawaii's airline for more than 60 years. Hawaii is our home, our heritage, our commitment. Hawaiian Airlines is proud to be Hawaiian.
It's a silver time, it's a silver plate, silver setting, and a silver face. Waiting for our very best friends. Silver bullet through. They never end. In a silver time. Good light. In a silver place. So right here now. Silver memory.
How great is the Nissan Sentra? This great. Car and Driver's editors for 3 straight years have named Sentra one of the 10 best cars in the world. Popular Mechanic says few small sedans are more fun to drive than this one. IntelliChoice recognizes Sentra as among the best values in the category. If those reasons aren't good enough, we have $1,250 more. For a limited time, we're offering $1,250 cash back on every new Sentra. How great is Sentra? There's never been a better time to find out.
When Koichi Taniguchi opened his small Hilo grocery in 1916, he had no idea it would become a major supermarket chain. He just believed his customers were special. And today, the 5 KTA superstores offer fresh seafood, custom needs, bakery, deli specialties, every household need with more in store. A lot has changed since 1916, but our promise of good food, variety, fair prices, and friendly service remains. At KTA, you really are someone special every day.
The Merry Monarch Festival is brought to you by 7-Eleven Hawaii. We're coming through for you. And by First Hawaiian Bank. Yes, you can. A nice hand, ladies and gentlemen, for Ainsley Halemanu and his wonderful serenaders. The Hawaiian music, they'll be with us throughout this Merry Monarch Festival weekend.
And now we're going to go to Robert Kekaulu, who has a very special Kumu Hula with us, all the way from Mexico. Robert?
Thank you, Paula, and thank you, Kim. With me, a Kumu Hula from Mexico. This is Ana Maria Lopez. Now, how big is hula in Mexico?
Too big, because there are about 1,000 halau in Mexico.
1,000 halau in Mexico?
Yes, 1,000 halau.
And I hear you have a yearly big hula festival like we do here in Hilo.
Yes. I have about 4 years coming to Hilo to see the festival.
When will you enter halal from Mexico in the Merry Monarch Festival?
Well, we need to prepare more. Maybe 2 more years.
The name of your halal is Tahitian. You also teach Tahitian. First, what is the name of your halal?
It's Otea Tiare.
And that means?
Otea means rhythm of the Tahitian dances, and Tiare means flower.
Okay. And you teach more Tahitian or more traditional hula?
More traditional hula. I like more.
So in about 2 years, we can see an entrant from Kumu Hula, Ana Maria Lopez, here in Hilo?
Yes, I hope that.
Good luck to you. Back to you, Paula and Kimo.
Thank you, Robert. That's so interesting. To see
1,000 halal?
Oh, unbelievable. If they all came here, we'd be going on forever. Okay. And in just a few moments, we are going to return with the Miss Aloha Hula competition. 13 women competing in the Hula Awana in the 30th annual Merry Monarch Festival, live from the Edith Kanakaole Festival in Hilo, Hawaii.
How do you do the first Hawaiian Bank high Y?
High what?
The high Y.
The high Y.
First Hawaiian Bank's high Y. No matter how you do it, it means yes, you can.
In 1859, the first steps to bring modern medicine to Hawaii were taken by King Kamehameha IV and the young Queen Emma. To realize their vision, they built the Queen's Hospital, an oasis of healing. Over the years, we've grown to become the largest, most progressive medical center in the Pacific Basin, the Queen's Medical Center, serving 6 generations of island families.
Buy any of these products at 7-Eleven Hawaii and choose a little golden book for only 39 cents.
Get vertical with a cold Mountain Dew Super Big Gulp and enter to win a trip to Universal Studios Hollywood. The 32-ounce Super Slurpee, our exclusive frozen treat, is only 95 cents. And check out our flavor of the month, Berry Berry.
Choose Little Golden Books at 7-Eleven Hawaii and read aloud to your child. It's a fun way to help them learn.
I never thought it could happen to our family. It all still seems like a dream. Our future is so uncertain now, but with Robert Marks on our side, we won't be facing this alone.
If you've been injured, call the law offices of Robert Marks in Hilo, Kona, and Waimea. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. We're in Hilo, Hawaii, and celebrating the hula as we share with you for the first time our live broadcast of the Miss Aloha Hula competition. We welcome once again from Laie Oahu, from Hui Ho'olu Aloha, Stephanie Kuule Nihipali.
This second half of the Miss Aloha Hula competition begins with a composition by Helen Deshay Beamer, the celebrated composer and Kumu Hula. The mele, Kumu Hula, describes the lush and fragrant gardens at Kimo Henderson's home on the Big Island.
La
Company, Kule Nihipali.
With the beautiful composition Kumu Hula by Helen Deshay Beamer. You know, a lot of times you think of the, you look at the Awana section and it just seems that it's a little looser, they can have fun, they can smile and
relax.
But then again, a lot of them have to dance in those high heels. I don't know.
It's a balancing trick, indeed. As Dolly Thompson, of course, she's always working at the Merry Monarch Festival, whether it be during the night of competition or all day long. And our judges, of course, will have to make the decision. Katanamaka Bacon, Kealoha Kalama, Thaddeus Wilson, and of course, Kanaka Ole, Nalani Kanaka Ole.
Tough job they have ahead of them.
Some of the judges, yes, turning the judges' sheet for each gal.
One of the neat things about the Awana competition as well is the chance to hear some of the top musicians. And there, of course, Uncle George Naope.
Yes, he's hiding in there, but he's always there, George Naope.
Dynamite.
Yes, to be a part of this festival, and indeed he provides his input as he has for many years. More of the judges, of course.
Noi Noi Zurumeister Lewis.
Robert Kalani, also a part of that. Noi Noi, her mother, of course, Kau'i Zurumeister, the hula master.
That's what is so beautiful about the hula is the carrying on of the traditions, passed on not only to the students but generation to generation, seeing grandmothers and daughters and granddaughters carry on.
And as you can see, we have people from all over the world. People from right here in Hawaii. That's Kealoha's granddaughter there. Pohai Kealoha. Sounds like a song. We share with you now, ladies and gentlemen, from Keli Ka'apuni Honua, Kena Hula on Oahu. Please welcome Jamie Pualani Fukushima.
Jamie will be dancing two very popular songs, Kavena and Namelewahi Aloha o Kavena. This is a tribute to Mary Kavena Pukui, a national treasure who will always live in the spirit and poetry found in her many compositions. Truly a gift of love. And of course it is Mary Kavena Pukui's daughter, Pat Hamaka Bacon, who is one of our judges this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jamie Pualani Fukushima.
And the ho'i, or the last part of her performance, spoke of Mary Kavena Puku'i's gentleness and of her soft, sweet voice. The Hula Awana continues in the Miss Aloha Hula competition right after this.
Hawaii has a proud heritage and proud people committed to the traditions that make these islands a special place. Among them, count the men and women of Hawaiian Airlines, Hawaii's airline for more than 60 years. Hawaii is our home, our heritage, our commitment. Hawaiian Airlines is proud to be Hawaiian.
We continue now, ladies and gentlemen, with the Miss Aloha Hula competition for 1993. And we're into the Awana, the modern hula. We share with you now from the friendly island of Molokai, from Moana's Hula Halau, Priscilla June Kalai Maliu.
Priscilla's chosen mele is lei pikake. This popular lei is worn by many for its delicate, sweet fragrance, and the beautiful blossoms are a symbol of love. And look at the beautiful lei pikake that she is wearing tonight.
The reaction from the audience.
It's a pleaser. Boy, if you think of the thousands and thousands of blossoms that have gone into that beautiful adornment.
And now the dance.
Dancing a sweet melody, the fragrance of the pikake. The fragrance of the pikake is wafted by a gentle blowing of the wind. The pikakile is my love. And Robert Kikaula is standing by now with a person who is very special to Priscilla. Robert, who do you have there?
We're talking very special to Priscilla. We're here with Priscilla's mother, Lulu from Molokai. How long has she been dancing hula?
She's been dancing for about, 11 years professionally.
And for this one performance, how long have you waited to enter her in the Miss Aloha Hula contest?
Well, we entered last year, but because our first time entering, we didn't want to enter a Miss Aloha Hula. So we just concentrated on the group. But this year, for Kumu Hula, Raquel felt that she was ready for it. So.
And this is probably the toughest question, but how did she do?
Oh, she gave me chicken skin, so I guess she did very, very well. I'm very proud of her, and I love her very much.
We talked earlier, the most difficult part, holding 25 strands of long pikake lace on her finger.
Right. It was making her fingers blue, she said, in the back. But I guess she held it very well.
Okay, good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, back to you, Kimo and Paula.
Mahalo. And we share with you now our next contestant, ladies and gentlemen, from the windward side of Oahu. From Na'opio Ko'olau, the Miss Aloha Hula competition, ladies and gentlemen, presented by her grandfather, Me Haunani Balino.
And yes, being escorted onto the stage by her grandfather, that is Honani's grandfather, David Kikai Pao. She will dance to Kalama Ula.
Honani Balino is escorted by her
Mele speaks of the
beautiful and loving Kupunakane, David Kikai Pao.
and gentlemen, May Haunani Balino.
As she honors Molokai, the island so famous for its homesteads at Kalamaula. Kahiko escorts his granddaughter off the stage, May Haunani Balino. And we will have much more of the Miss Aloha Hula competition, Hula Awana. Much more coming up.
Living in Hawaii, we've got our own kind of pride. We set our own kind of pace, and we understand just what you need when you live in this special place. Living in Hawaii, the way you love. Living in Hawaii, we make it real at Liberty House.
The House of Music honors the 16th annual Brothers Casimiro May Day concert with the May Day is Lay Day giveaway. Enter to win a fabulous May Day concert package, or pick up any of your favorite Brothers Casimiro albums for just $7.99 cassette, $14.99 CD at the House of Music.
How about you, Sandra?
I'll get it, Olga. It's the Americans.
They brought Miller Lite.
Americans are here, and they brought Miller Lite.
If you're on a mission for great taste and less filling, Miller Lite is everything you want a beer to be.
Olga, we don't have salsa. Someone say salsa.
The Merry Monarch Festival is brought to you by Hawaiian Airlines, the on-time airline, proud to be Hawaiian. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you throughout the state of Hawaii, especially to our kupuna. We're honored to share with you this telecast live throughout the state of Hawaii for the first competition for the Miss Aloha Hula competition for 1993. We continue now with our halau from the island of Oahu. From Halau Kapa Hula o Kauanoe o Vaahila. Ladies and gentlemen, Melia Lani Kahanuola Lobenstein.
There she is, escorted by her Kumu Hula and the grandmother, May Lobenstein. Melia's mele is Alikoke, which is a section of Nu'uanu Stream just below Kapena Falls, and this mele is a favorite among hula dancers and is performed by Melia as a love song.
ea, haina mai ka puana, o ka lani ka winua. He ala ona kohu a hahana, e pili mai ia nei wa ea, haina mai ka puana, o ka lani ka winua.
Melia Lani Kahanuola Lobenstein.
With the beautiful mele Alekoki. It is unbelievable that the waters of Alekoki is a chosen spot for love at Nu'uani. And now Robert Kikala is standing by live, and he's talking with one of the Miss Aloha Hula contestants who's now sitting, waiting to find out who's going to win. Robert?
Okay, thank you, Paula. We're here with Haunani Bolino. Your grandfather walking you up. That must have been something special.
Oh, it was. It's something that nobody really has anymore. Hardly anybody has their kupuna still living, so it's very special for me.
How you feel? Both your performances are done. You can relax now. Is it relaxing?
Oh, yes, it's over with. All we have to do is just concentrate on our group number.
The Kumu, this is the hard question. How did she do?
I think she did most beautiful because it's not what we have taught her, it's what hula lies within her heart. And she has expressed that through her heart. And I think, and I know for a fact, that most everybody here have felt what she has felt this evening.
Good luck. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Mahalo.
Back to you, Paula and Kimo.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue. And now from the island of Maui, from Pukalani Hula Hale, Wisa Kanani Uemura.
Wisa will be performing Keala Mokihana. That was the name of a ship that traveled inter-island. Proudly it stands in the whispering sea, like a bird swimming in the ocean. It enters one stop.
Looks like her proud father is accompanying her to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Wisa Kanani Uemura.
And Hawaii spoke of the mokihana berries as their fragrance carried on the breeze. Wisa Kanani Uemura from Pukalani Hula Hale. There are still much more to come in the Miss Aloha Hula competition, the Hula Awana.
Mai punai kapalipo haku.
Hawaii has a proud heritage and proud people committed to the traditions that make these islands a special place. Among them, count the men and women of Hawaiian Airlines, Hawaii's airline for more than 60 years. Hawaii is our home, our heritage, our commitment. Hawaiian Airlines is proud to be Hawaiian.
I was trapped in a shopper's nightmare, in search of the perfect gift. The harder I looked, the worse it got. The crowds, the traffic, the heat, the exhaust. It was all too much for me. My knees turned to jello, and the lights went out. When I came to, I was in the most beautiful place in the world. Cool, clean, relaxed, convenient, with parking for everyone. I finally discovered the perfect place to shop for the perfect gift. Windward Mall. Discover the difference.
Fujicolor can't promise you pictures out of this world, but they can reach new heights.
Come on!
Discover the color of tomorrow today.
Play it again.
Fujicolor.
Who burned him anyway?
The Merry Monarch Festival is brought to you by the Queen's Health Systems, an ohana of companies that are caring for Hawaii, and by sugar-free Crystal Light. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our next young lady comes from Lehua Dance Company on Oahu. Please welcome Gemma Noelani Jones.
Hermele, Queen's Jubilee, was written by Liliuokalani to commemorate a trip to England where she attended the Queen Victoria's Jubilee. Noelani is wearing a recreation of the gown that Liliuokalani wore to that Jubilee ball. The actual gown is on display at the Bishop Museum.
Hula Noelani Jones.
And her ho'i was Anupao, a frisky and naughty mele about riding a horse. All is finished for Anupao. And now Robert Kikaula is standing by with another parent who's on pins and needles. Robert?
That's right. These are the parents of our next contestant, Lena Ala Pavao. Your daughter's next. Are you just going berserk inside right now?
Oh, yes. Excited.
How has she done so far? This is a tough question. How has she done?
Well, to us, she did real well so far.
And we haven't talked to her dad yet tonight. Dad, how you feeling right now? Your daughter's next.
Very good, very good.
Paul and Kim, I got to tell you something. Mom here said that they have a son that looked just like me, right?
Right. He's in Colorado right now.
And of course I said your son must be handsome.
Of course.
Okay, back to you, Paul and Kimo.
Yes, a wonderful family from the Big Island of Hawaii, huh? It's wonderful when they can perform and be a part of this celebration of hula. And we are indeed thankful to the people of Hilo who have made us so comfortable. At the same time, we say aloha, of course, to Honoka'a.
That's right, and to all the people of the Big Island. You know, it's so nice when Robert talks to the parents here because in many ways they are the unsung heroes who have helped their children through the years.
It's not easy to be a part of this hula competition. This guy's found one there, huh?
There's only a few more to go. Come on.
Oh, that's just a wonderful. We have all kinds of people who are here, and indeed, they have shown great respect for our competitors. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us continue. Our next dancer comes from Hilo, Hawaii. From Halauhula, Okahiki Laulani. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonelle Lena Ala Pavao.
A mele ho'ipuipo, or love song. And a lover is described as a flower intertwined with the sweet smell of mokihana and maile. They kiss and the fragrance is strong. Then all is calm in the shade of the li'ipoi trees. And if you look at her lei, that's made from approximately 5,000 li'ipoi seeds. A lot of time and effort.